Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance review. Sensational. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, and this time, I have a very special fragrance review. The fragrance we are reviewing today, as you can see, is Rose de Nuit by Serge Lutens. This fragrance review will follow my tried and trusty technique of telling you the notes, telling you which notes I get, and then just discussing the fragrance until I am happy that I have discussed it enough. So, this fragrance is a vintage Serge Lutens Palais Royal version. How interesting. This is the box. It even has, it's so old, it even has the Shiseido on the back. Rose de Nuit. There's a long and convoluted history between Serge Lutens and Shiseido. They were kind of like his producer of choice. These sold the brand to Shiseido in later years, and they've repackaged everything and modernized it, and it's awful, frankly, but not to worry. So the notes: jasmine, amber, musk, apricot, sandalwood, beeswax, and Turkish rose. And the big notes I get are apricot, beeswax, and rose. Okay, so this is a very early bottle I have. I'm not entirely sure if this is still available. It should be, but I imagine with the way that the ingredient ecosystem has gone, it would either cost an absolute fortune or you wouldn't be able to make it. You just wouldn't be able to because of restrictions. Let me tell you about the smell. And the smell is absolutely incredible. So, it starts off with this slightly fruity, vinegary rose. Now, when you've got high concentrations of rose, especially when they're first applied, you can get a slight vinegar kind of thing until the rose opens up, blossoms, if you will, on your skin. And then you will get all the different facets of the different type of rose. This is quite sour, and I think the apricot in here gives it that kind of fruity, sour, tangy opening. It also gives it an almost like shampoo kind of quality, rose, apricot. It can be a little bit girly, and I don't mean feminine, I mean girly. Very briefly. Very quickly after that, it becomes a little bit pissy. It becomes vinegary. That then burns off quite quickly, and you are left with an absolutely incredible rose for the rest of the fragrance. The rose sort of just opens up and continues to open up, and oh god, I'm trying to think of the right word without sounding really pretentious, but it like blossoms, it opens, it unfurls, it unfolds. And all else in the fragrance is there simply to highlight just how incredible this rose is. The main support for this is a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of nature, something a little bit dirty, something a little bit animalic, and it comes from the beeswax. And the beeswax gives it this structure. Do you know beeswax got a structure? It's like hexagonal, I think. It gives it that kind of efficient, natural, golden ratio type garden aspect to it. I know I'm not doing this very good. Like all the best fragrances, I always feel like I'm not doing them justice when I describe it. The rose goes through quite a few changes, but it's never becomes unbalanced. I find in a lot of fragrances that use high quality, large amounts of rose, that they focus too much, or they become completely, they have tunnel vision on one aspect of the rose. You know, the rest of what goes on in those fragrances, I'm thinking of stuff like from a Riche L'Adore. I'm thinking of stuff from these massive indie houses who spend, not massive indie houses, but you know what I mean, niche houses, indie houses that use high quality, large amounts of rose. They don't structure it properly. It's just like somebody's fucking splashed some rose on you, like by accident, and you've got this incredible natural rose, but they're asking it to do too much. It doesn't smell like a perfume, like a fragrance. It smells like you've got some oil on you by accident, and as beautiful as it is in its way, it's not structured properly. It's not coherent. This is utterly coherent. This is very legible. It's very real. It's very honest, and it's very clever. And it will make you feel smarter for wearing it. It's empowering. It's brilliant. Like a lot of the best Serge Lutens, it's very insightful. It tells you more about yourself. It makes you more for wearing it. You know? It's juicy. It's powdery. It's fresh. It's clean. And it's dirty. At the same time, I get aspects of opium from it. But a lot higher quality than opium, frankly, any of the versions. Opium, this is a lot more delicate and elegant than opium. But it definitely, if you ever smell this, you'll know what I mean when you smell it. It's quite resinous, it's thick, but it's pitched and built a lot more delicately and more balanced. Alas, I don't wear this. I have worn it a couple of times and I just thought this isn't for me. But it is beautiful. It's far too beautiful to just sit in a cupboard and so I can say, it's mine. You know? I'm glad I have owned it. The next person I am sure will love it. And that has been my review, friends. I hope you've enjoyed this fragrance, this review. I will see you all again soon.